Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where today I am going to start on the various quests as I've been asked to do in this area for the main storyline. And the first of these involves speaking to Ulishar here at the crossroads. Hello there, how are you going?
A camp of brigands lies nearby. Should we not encourage them to move elsewhere?
Encouraging the brigands to move will make the road more safe for travelers. No, I am not seeking a delay our progress westward. I am concerned about the safety of the road. That's because, of course, that he isn't exactly fond of the idea of going too far to the west at the time because that brings him closer to the place where he was captured. Of course, making the road safer is probably going to reduce the chances of the anyone getting captured in this area. New deed, Mordecai Bane of Shabru on Sharu. Oh, okay. That was my first Mordecai here. Well, at least in this area. It looks like what each area. Well, I don't think Game had any deed for this because there weren't many Mordecai there, but I suspect the rest of the areas are each of them going to have their own Mordecai deed on this. Oh, I guess we have a little way to go to get to that brigand camp. How do you know there was one up there? Ah, I see what looks like a observation tower, which I presume is part of a camp for the brigands. And in fact, I see a brigand right here. Desert Rat Keeper. So he is a keeper of desert rats? Or is he a desert rat keeper? I think if he was a keeper of desert rats, wouldn't it be would there be two hyphens in there? So I'm going to assume that he is a rat keeper from the desert. Of course, either way, I suspect that it'll be some form of desert rat that he keeps because if he's in the desert and he keeps rats, I guess the rat will be a rat of the desert in any case. So I guess the entire question was moot. But something to consider as we head into here. Ooh, probably not the safest way in order to get to this area here. Uh, how about a little slide? Wee! 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 Alright, now. Hey, a dead eye outlaw. How about I change it to just dead outlaw? Yeah. Okay, good. So now, see how dead of an eye I can be. Ooh, right through the branches. Perfect. And now just one more, and we will call this complete. How about this captain? We had to take on at least one captain here, right? That's my opinion on the matter. Ouch! 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 You you hurt my little toeses. We don't want to hurt our little toeses. There you go. Oh, you're still alive. Okay, fine. You're a stubborn one. Well, I guess that's what it gets for being a captain. They're always so stubborn. You hear Urushar calling you from outside Zahir to the northeast. Okay. I think I'll go around rather than attempting to scale those walls. There's an exit around here somewhere, right? Well, I'm just circling around on the outside of it here, and what have we got here? Mashtagal. Well, what do you say, Elishar?
Look who I found engaged in friendly conversation with the brigands.
Dagall is a ruffian himself, as Shinzamin and Kijata believed. Alright.
Have you no mercy? I have given up the life of a brigand.
Well, really? Okay. Of what use is treasure when ancient creatures of terrible power can drive you to madness with a thought? I cannot stay in this land. If you must kill me, then kill me, but I cannot stay here. Okay, I guess I'll just accept his surrender. I mean, he threw down his weapon and surrendered, so I suppose there isn't much choice in the matter.
We made little effort to disguise our talk of the Tharduth.
Is it any wonder that Mashigal overheard enough of these terrible creatures to fill him with fear? It's a wonder the rumor hasn't spread around in the entire area yet. Yeah. Well, let's just hope he stays to run away.
We would not have harmed him, but I blame Mashtakal not for his escape.
May fear of the Tharduth keep him from returning to banditry. I am ready to resume our westward journey, Pine Leaf. Meet me at the eastern side of the Usal River, west of here, and beyond the Kanagur. How am I supposed to know the Usal River when I see it? I mean, is there actually going to be water in it? That'd be a shock in this place. In any case, the most likely dried riverbed is well ahead of us, and our next appointment seems to be with Glorfindel in this town over here. Looks like I first need to speak with the guards, or whatever this guy is.
Silver into gold.
I have never seen you here before. Well, what gave that away? You must speak with Kanda Marshar. Accepting this quest will teleport you to Kandar Marshar. Well, fortunately, we're in the right place, so I'm not going to be sent to the middle of nowhere. I do wonder about the reason for teleporting you here. That sounds like a rather unusual thing to happen in a situation where you're in such close proximity to the place where you're going to be teleported to. Oh well, here is Halshum, Kanda Marshar. Hello.
Riches chase you, friend.
Saraz Zarodan. The confident man gives you a charming smile before continuing in a friendly manner. Tell me, who are you and what brings you to Kanagur? Actually, I was trying to meet an elf here, but that's another matter. I am Halshum, and I am Kandamashar. That means that I rule here, and the Kandakel answer to me. Tell me, why did you come here? You are welcome here, and may drink our water, Pine Leaf, as long as you do not trouble me. Oh, please, feel free to trade or take advantage of the services here at the Kanag. It is possible to earn my favor by doing something for me, if you are so inclined. Tell me if you would like to hear more. All right, well, I suppose so.
Riches chase you, friend.
As you have seen, I am very welcoming to most anyone who would spend their coin in Kanagur. Several nights ago, there was a bit of a scrap in the Camel and Chimes at our tavern. I have no problem with the men settling arguments with their fists, but on that particular night, a woman in my service was brutalized and killed by the men of Zakur. Ooh, that's not nice. We may disregard certain laws, but we're civilized men, not beasts. This sort of thing will not be tolerated, and this act will not go unpunished. Should you happen to find yourself in Zakur, I ask that you defeat some of those animals in combat. Do so in my name, and you will be rewarded with my favor as well as my coin. Okay, so defeat bandits in Zakur. Wherever Zakur is at. Then again, Zakur is where I just killed bandits. Oh boy! See, if I did that in a slightly different order, but you can never predict these things. Here we have Sekut.
I will see no coin this day.
My greetings, traveler. Did I overhear you that you are going to Zakur? Apparently so. Again, one of those Pashag stole from me. I was in the Camel and Chimes the other night when the fight started. I took a hard hit to the head and was knocked out. When I awoke, the pendant that I always wore round my neck was missing. The man leans forward and speaks to you quietly. It sounds like such a small thing, but it was a gift from my mother, and is all I have left of her. May she rest in peace. I need it back, but my head is scrambled. I can't fight when I am still seeing double. Please, if you go to Zakur, find my pendant and return it to me. Oh, okay. I will look for the pendant the next time I'm in Zakur. And apparently, I'm going back there. But before I go back there, I will make sure I have no more quests sending me there, because I don't want to have to go back a third time. Can I squeeze through here? If I'm a hobbit, yes. All right. So, where is Glorfindel? I'm sure he's around here. Yeah, standing right in the middle of the road. Where else would he be standing?
We were right to come here. Travelers speak of a cleft in the rocks to the south, named Damadur.
I have learned little of Dumbledore but the name, for stories of that place are muddled and confused. Most folk fear that to go that way, but they are unable to explain why they fear it so. Some say the cleft is held by Ordak, but others claim they experience terror of a deeper nature. Sounds like the place we're thinking of, yes. You should make your way south, further along the road, and look for yourself. Ulashar and I continue to speak to the people here in search of the answers of the central question. Do the people fear the presence of the Ordak at Damakor, or a deeper evil? Well, either way, they fear something. Before I head out, we also have one more person here, Namadi, who wishes to speak with me.
May your day prove profitable.
Siraz Jaradan, my friend. I have recently fallen upon good fortune, and am looking for a courageous individual with which to share it. The woman seems to be very pleased with herself. I have acquired a horn that once belonged to Ganda. It is what they use to tame and control the mighty Mumak. They are many Mumakil running free in Erksudo, the spent loads. If you are as skilled as you seem, I have a business proposition for you. I will cut you in on the profits if you can take this horn and return here with a Mumak. People will pay well to make use of it for various activities. I can see it now. They would be so many people wanting to borrow our Mumak that we would need a waiting list. Yes, take this horn to the spent loads and use it on a young Mumakil just until one responds. Surely at least one will react favorably. Okay, so I will take the Mumak trainer's horn. Alright. Note, you must slot this horn as a skill to do right. Okay, fine. Slot the Mumak thing as a skill. Well, I suppose I could fit that in there somewhere. There we go. I continued to the west, and I think I'm going to first head north, where I am going to be finding our friend Ulashar. Then I'll go to the south, where we're going to head over to Damador. First, though, let's find Ulashar, see what he has to say, and take care of any more bandits. Oh, actually, that's not a bandit, that's an Ordekai. What is the difference between a bandit and an Ordekai? Not much. They're both an annoyance. Ah, here he is. Ulishar stands beside the dry river. Oh, I was using the riverbed as a road. That's all nice and fun and games until it rains. When it doesn't rain here. Well, I suppose it doesn't too often. And when it does on a rare occasion, stay.
This is where the Ordachai seized me. I have not returned here since I escaped from Amok's Dune.
I suppose you would just stay away from the dried riverbeds when it does rain? Yes. So the Ordekai seized you here, you said. Well, what do you think about the place? I remember standing on the bank of the dry riverbed, imagining that I could hear the rushing of the water that once flowed within. So vivid was the fantasy I could almost see the torrent. But it was not so, and I felt rough hands upon me, breaking me out of my reverie. The Usal remained dry. I learned later the soldiers had not sought a Kentai in particular, but the nobility of Ordak valued my kind for captives. I was treated no better than the others, but they enjoyed the sight of my labors. Will you cross the riverbed with me, my friend? I find the way to these last few steps to be almost unbearable. I see a place to climb out of the channel just to the northwest. To the northwest. Okay, if you say so. So let's then cross the river just to the northwest. Oh, that's northwest. Ah, that place over there. Okay. Yes, I know. For some reason I was taking west as north and really confused myself. But now that I am oriented properly, we have arrived. Those last few steps were the most difficult of all. But with your help, I have taken them. I have now crossed west of the Usal for a good purpose, and not in captivity. Those memories will never be entirely banished, but no longer will they control my steps. I thank you for that, Pine Leaf. I am now unafraid to continue on, even to Imek's duel itself. I will do this for you, and for the memory of my slain brother, Baharud. Okay. So I have taken care of his quest, but I have 3 others to complete. I am on the east side of the bank, and the river seems to be ending, well, more likely running into what used to be a waterfall back in the days when water actually flowed. So I'm going down with the closest thing that looks like a road here. I mean, it looks like it could have once have been a road. I'm at least able to climb up it. The question is, where's my destination? Well, we have a camp right up there. Of course, I'm on the wrong side of the river, if that's what you want to call it. Fortunately, there is a bridge over there. Probably in the hands of the Ordekai, who seem to be most anxious to fight me. I mean, they're giving me a quest ring to do that. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to. Hey, stop doing that. Challenging the Ordekai or something like challenging the serpents of Ordach. Well, same thing. Okay, defeat 8 of them. Now I need to go this way in order to find. Actually, let's set that as my focus so that I can find a good place to look. And as I go through here, I shall take care of any Ordocs that happen to be in my way. And if I don't get enough in order to complete the quest, well, I'll just have to... Oh, a Dolo. Then I will just have to kill a few on my way out. Rude! Okay, the Caltrops are even ruder. There you go. And now he's standing in the Caltrops. Okay. Oh, actually, my toe was still on top of one of them. Alright. There you go. You're done. I think I'm getting close to a good place to look. Well, at least he answered my question. I was hoping to take a look to find if there was any sign of, I don't know, of giant oversized orcs like the one I'm fighting. And who knows? Maybe someone will actually help me. Thank you. Utugi Vein of Ansharu. Wonderful. Now, let's have a look at this camp. The Ordok have established a camp of Korthral outside of Damudur. Okay. Well then, talk to Ulashar in Kuntadur. While Ulashar is willing to go beyond the river, he decided, let's not do that until the rest of the party was ready, apparently. So, he's back here, and I'm going to speak to him about what he found at the camp.
The Ordachai encamp outside Damadur.
Those Urdakai must be searching for something, but what that may be remains unknown to us. I found someone who might know something of their purpose, but he is too terrified to speak any further of the subject. His name is Arshuk. And can you convince him to tell us what he saw at Damudur? And I presume that this is Arshuk? What the help
I
you?
want to help you,
Oh.
but
Arshuk stammers with fright. Only when you place a reassuring arm about his arm that he's calmed down, making himself understood. If I speak, you will protect me from the terrible creatures that stand behind the Ordachai. Can you prove to me that you have the courage to oppose them? What do you say about that?
Arshuk began to tell Ulishar about something he saw at Damadur, but then he was overcome with terror.
Whatever he saw, we must prove to him that we have the courage to protect him, or he will say nothing. One common element has emerged from his talk. The people with whom I have spoken. Many of these folk have been impressed by a bright shine of the weapon wielded by the Ordachai, and by the gems and jewels that adorn their clothing. Perhaps, if you retrieve some fancy blades of Ordok from the camp of Kothral, Arshuk will see that you have the courage to oppose this kingdom, and protect them from the soldiers. Then it may be that his tongue will loosen, and that he will confirm what I have come to suspect, that Tarduth walk in Ansharu. Very well. I will retrieve some Ordok blades from Kothral, but that will be in the next episode of the Song of Waves and Wind.